So I've been asked a couple of times over the last few days, do I think the New World free weekend has been a failure? And I don't really know, to be completely honest. So we're gonna go through and have a little look at the servers, have a little look at the stats, and just kind of give you my opinion on what I think potentially could have been done better, because there are definitely some things that could have been done better. So we'll just have a quick look here. So if I was a new player playing the game, all you really see when you go to choose your server is this list here, and I'm obviously looking at EU Central. What they've done is, on a lot of the servers, they've locked them off. So Dry Tree is a good example here. As a new player, you can't join Dry Tree, you can't join Avalon, Evo, Vega, Midgard, Barry. You just can't create a character on there. And we believe the reason is because they don't want too many players joining, or too many new players joining on these servers that are already pretty well populated. But actually, in reality, you don't really get a chance to see what's going on. So Midgard, low population. Barry, low population. And I don't know whether this relates to how many people are currently playing or how many people have created characters. Now, I would assume created characters. So I've got some friends that haven't played New World before, and I was like, come and play over the free weekend, and then soon realized that they can't join my server. So it was like, what's the point? What is the point? So what we've done is, if people have tried the free weekend, send them across to a server, a world set that's within your server. So for example, ours is Barry. Let me find Barry. Where are you, Barry? There you are. So there's just one called Free Firma, which in theory should be merged into Barry afterwards. So that's what they said. Now, the biggest issue we have is, let me bring up the website. The biggest issue I have is, as a player who's played the game from the start, we know if we play on a server that's dead, or there's not many people playing on it, then your experience of the game is kind of shit, to be completely honest. So what we're looking at here really is the players online. So this is being recorded at about 10 a.m. in the morning. So it's not the best time for a good example, but you know, there's servers that have people on, there's servers that don't. But the issue is, if you come down to the free servers, which is the ones that they were kind of pushing people towards, you got 5 people, 4 people, 2 people, 1 person. Like, imagine being on this server. You're on a server with, you are the only fucking person on the server. Now, fair play, you'll get access to all the nodes, so it'll be great for farming, but as a new player, you're gonna have no people, no population, no people in the towns, no people to engage with, no one to do any dungeons with, no one to do any content with. And I just think it's stupid. I think it's going to be more of a negative than a positive for these players. So I think they maybe overestimated how many people they thought were going to get and join the game. So I have experience from the EU side. So if I go to EU Central, we can see our top servers are, you know, we have players on in the morning, but I think it was Bran and Ship Trap. Both have been 2 servers that have come up through the ranks in regards to kind of player numbers. So potentially a lot of free players have joined these 2 servers and they're getting a really good experience. There's still a lot of servers, you know, with hardly anyone playing, and you know, from our experience, if you have less than 100 players on the server, it's normally quite quiet and you don't get that bustling town type vibes, which is kind of cool. But I guess the question really is, like, do I think it was a failure? To be honest, I think yes. I think yes, they failed. There's a spike here, which I think was, I believe, Tempest. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a nice spike here. This potentially was when we started to get news and info on the Tempest drop, which was that good patch. So people probably came back to check it out, which was fantastic. And then we've got the other spike, which is the free weekend. So they brought players back. You can see the people have come back, but it's probably 10% of what they would have hoped for people to come back and check the game out. So if we have a look here, you can see though, since launch in October, it is the first month, or the first time ever, that they've had an increase in players. So I guess in that sense, it's a success, but you know, the gain is very small. It's just small. It doesn't seem to be, it wasn't that effective. So I think the one thing that would have been awesome is to just not lock the servers. Please stop locking the servers. You know, I've got some friends that I want to play with that haven't played the game yet. They couldn't come and join me, and I'm sure it would have been as similar to these. and a lot of the more active players are quite clearly on the servers with more people on, so they couldn't have gone out there. There's no word of mouth. It's all done through Twitter and stream and whatnot. So maybe that was a plan, maybe not, but that's kind of my opinion on it, really. So hopefully they'll do some more, maybe leading up onto the new content. Maybe when the arenas come out, it'd be nice to see them allow people to play the game without buying it for the weekend. I think it's a great way for people to dip their toe in and maybe then buy the game after. But yeah, in general, you can see there was a bump. There's people playing it. I guess the real test is going to be over the next week, and we'll see if people actually buy the game after the free weekend and they continue to play. That's it. Just another quick video on New World. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment. I love you. Goodbye.